Hello everyone, my name is Fatur Rahman Harun, and this time I would like to explaining about simple present tense. So happy watching and your attention is important. So the first one is, what is simple present tense? Simple present tense is a tense used to talk about something general, something that always happen over and over again, or a general truth. Simple present tense is the tense that is most often used daily. The next is, what is function of simple present tense? Function of simple present tense, there are 5 things such as express emotion or feelings, command or instruction, the schedule event, the general truth, and the last one is repeated action. The next is simple present tense formula. In simple present tense, there are 2 formula such as verbal simple tense and nominal simple tense. So I would like to explaining verbal simple tense first. So verbal simple present tense formula, the first one is positive, is subject, verb 1 is or is, and object. Next is negative, subject, do or does, not, verb 1, and object. So the last one is question mark, do or does, subject, verb 1, and question mark. So next is example for verbal present tense. Before that, for your information, the ending s or es in the verb is only used in the subject he, she, and it. But there is a rule, namely verbs ending in the letter y and the letter before y are vowels, then the verbs is added as. For the example, say becomes says. The next is verbs ending in the letters y and the letters before y is the consonant, then the verbs is add ies and omit the letter y. For the example, study becomes studies. And the last one is verbs ending in the letter o or ch or sh or x and z, then add es the end of the verb. For the example, go becomes goes. And then back to the slide, there are examples for verbal present tense. The first one is positive sentence. I breakfast every morning. I is subject, eat breakfast is verb 1, and every morning is object. The next is, she goes to school by car. She is object, goes is verb 1, to school by car is object. The next is negative sentence. We do not live in the city. We is subject, do is do, not is not, live in the city is object. The next is, do you know his name? Do is do, you is subject, know his name is verb 1. Next is, I would like to explain about nominal simple present tense formula. The first one is positive, is subject, to be, or am, is, are, and object. The next is negative, subject, to be, am, is, are, verb 1, and object. The last is ask question, is, to be, am, is, her, subject, and verb 1, and question mark. And then back to the slide, there are examples of nominal simple present tense. The first one is, I am a teacher. So I is subject, am is to be, am, a teacher is object. The next is negative sentence, is he is not a teacher. So he is subject, is to be, and not is not, and a teacher is object. The next is as sentence, are you not teacher? So are is to be are, you is subject, not is not, and teacher is object. So the next is simple present tense pattern. So the first one is first person singular, the second is person plural, the third is second person, the fourth is third person singular, and the last one is third person plural. So I will explain one by one. So the first is first person singular. So first person is the first person point of view. In the case, it appoints the speaker or the author or writer. In the first person singular, the pronoun Use is I if the self is the subject. Use me, my, mine if the self is the object and indicates ownership. For the example in this slide is, my name is Fatur Rahman Harun. I live in Makassar, and Farah sent me a letter. Next is first person plural. The pronoun used for first person plural is we if a subject, us if it is an object, and ours or ours if indicates ownership. For the example is, we are from Majene City. He tells us about our house, and the last is, she is our daughter. The next is second person. Second person is the point of view of the second person or someone we talk to at the time. The pronoun used in the second person singular is you if as the subject, your, yours if the to indicate ownership, just like we, ours, you, yours also mean you singular or you plural. For the example is, you are the best student in the class, and is this your pencil? I'm sorry. The next is third person singular. The pronoun used in the third person singular is he, she, and it. This situation that happen is when we talk about someone who is not present between us. For example, he is a sub, Reski loves him. The next is third person plural. The pronoun used in the third person plural is they, them, and their. The situation that occurs is when talking about more than one person, two or more people who are not present between us. For examples, they are from the same class, I had them, and the garden is theirs. And the last one is the use of simple present tense. The first one is repeated events. For example, I eat 2 times a day. The second is general truth. For example, human needs oxygen. The third is express feelings, emotion, thoughts, or positions. For example, I am excited for this class. And the fourth is give a command or instruction. For example, can you give the apple? And the last one is future condition. For example, I arrived at school at 7 o'clock a.m. I think that's all for my explaining about simple present tense. I hope you understand. Thank you.